Namaste. Hello, Joshua. Hello, Amen. How are you? Welcome to my channel. I've just been out to see a band, hence it's gone now. I had the club thing on me. To be honest with you, I came home early because it just was like not really doing it for me. They're a bit flat, to be honest, and I like full on. It was okay, there's a couple that was all right, but I prefer to be home doing this. So, like, I had some good dancers though, definitely had some good dancers, but my energy was higher than the band's energy. I had to fucking get out of there. It was a cover band for xxxooo. Fucking love xxxooo so much. But I don't know, they just weren't. The guy was pretending to be Michael Hutchins, and it was just kind of making me like go, that's not cool. That is not cool. Like, cover band, yeah, do the song, but don't pretend you're Michael Hutchins, because it's like, really not cool to like do, like, just pretend to him. That's just not cool. I don't think anyway. So I've come home to do a live and do some cool dancing. So this is my running. This is my boxing turning into rock and roll. Flicking my hair. Taking a look over there with my binoculars. Going for a drive. And rock on. Hola, Salvador is in the house. It's lovely to see you. Hello, Richie P. Reed is in the house. I just got home. Yeah, I was at this club. I got home and I put a treatment in my hair. So it's all like really, really like soft and beautiful tomorrow. Hello, Salvador. How are you, my friend? Yeah, I've been like, I don't know, I'd rather come home and do a live with you. I had a great time though. Like, I had fun when my friend was here, Lisa, and we had a dance out on my balcony and it was so much fun. And then we went to the pub where this xxxooo cover band was on, and they were just really stale. And I don't know, the vibe there was a little bit, I just didn't really feel like doing people tonight. So not like that sort of people, because he was pretending to be Michael Hutchins. Yeah, and I would prefer to come home here and do this and do my own style. Like, I have a bit of a problem with people pretending to be someone else. I didn't have a problem with them, my birds. See my bird? Oh, that's Bobby Blue. That's Bobby Blue. There he is. Yes, I have a problem with people like pretending to be someone else. Like if you're going to be that great at like vocals or guitar or something, I just think you should like be yourself and do something of your own. I don't know. Or if you are going to play someone else's song, like don't pretend to be them. Do my birds shit all over the house? Carmen said. No, they don't, because they live in all those like trees. I've got them for them up there, and they just fly and then fly back to the trees. So no. And but they do, like, their bird feathers and stuff go around. But I dance with birds on my head, so I've never been shit on a bird on my head, and I've had hundreds on my head. Birds are beautiful. A lot of people in these apartments have dogs. Yeah, they are well trained. Well, I don't train them. The thing is, if you don't put a bird in the cage and you give them a nice area, they don't want to go anywhere else but in the area. But if you put a bird in a cage, they don't like it. They're caged in. So they've got this beautiful, like, freaking hell, they've got the most beautiful home. But they deserve it. And they just love it. And I give them new, like, it's a full obstacle course. They've got beautiful pink feathers in there and everything. So yeah, so they're kind of like, you can't really train an animal, but if you give them complete freedom and happiness, and give them like a sense of like safety and comfort and everything, they never. I can walk around with the doors open. I don't, because I don't want to risk it, but they have no reason to. And I don't ever like launch at them and try and grab them. If they choose to like sit on my hand or whatever they want to do, they can, but I don't, because I just think it would be awful to be grabbed by something massive compared to you. So I just, and they've got things set really well. Yeah, so, but I'm a massive animal lover, Carmen, like huge, like, I don't eat animals, so but I'm really healthy too. I grow all my own vegetables and everything out on my veranda, and I just like feel like a really good person because I love animals and I don't eat them, and I feel really healthy and really strong from eating plants. It's crazy. They're talking to you. They're talking because like they get funny when I talk to someone on the phone or something. They like start because they start twittering, because I spend like a lot of time on my own. I really enjoy my own company. Like, I really enjoy my own company. It's crazy. Like, if someone says, do you want to do this? I'm like, oh, fuck, man. Because I do some really fun stuff. It takes away from me doing really like fun stuff. So I'll come and say likewise, loves animals. Oh man, animals are the best. Are you vegan, Carmen? Plant-based, whatever people like to call it. But I wasn't always. That would be like, but it's just that I gradually went that way, and it's really, really good. And financially, it's really good too, because I don't want to pay like $20 for a bit of meat, because firstly, you're paying $20 for a life that you can eat in 20, like maybe 3 minutes. You could eat one if you're really fast and gross, but 3 minutes for the life of an animal, and you're paying $20 for someone else's dream, and it's a brutal dream that you're paying it through. Like, it's quite awful. Like, eating that one bit of meat is that one whole life of an animal for your 3 minutes of a full stomach, which takes you 3 weeks to burn it off. Oh, you're vegetarian? Yeah, see, I was a vegetarian that's the same. You would be feeling really healthy as well, but everyone does it for different reasons, and you start off doing it for kind of health, but you really start looking into what you do. So because when you eat an animal that has been brutally killed for you to eat it. You're eating all its pain, and it's quite intense. Like, when you stop eating it, you're cleansing your body, and you become a really fresh, clean person where you don't have like any of that in you. It takes a long time to get clean all of that completely out of your soul, because that's what you eat when you eat an animal that has been given life just to be brutally, because there's nothing humane about killing any living creature. There's nothing humane about taking another animal's life away from them. There's no humane about, like, there's no more humane than, it's not humane at all, full stop. Like, any living animal for us to eat when our teeth are not even designed to eat animals. I have to read what Carmen says. I've always believed that you take on the pain and trauma of the animal if you eat it. It is 100% true. So when we've all eaten, most of us have eaten a bit of meat most of our lives. So it takes a long time to clean it all out and everything. And then you go through going from dropping the meat out to then you start eating, you find like junk food that doesn't have animal products in it. You see, like Oreos and apple pies from McDonald's and stuff. But then you start dropping that out as well, because that's not really being a proper plant-based or vegetarian. And then you start really investing in all the fruits and the vegetables, and then you become addicted to the fruits and the vegetables and everything like that. And the difference between a fruit and vegetable and a plant, they're so strong, right? Animals eat them to get strong. So when we're eating animal, we're not getting that strength that the animal gets. But if we eat it straight from the plant like the animal does, we'll get really, 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 really strong. But the difference is, if you eat an animal, it can't grow back. If you eat a plant like out on my balcony, it grows back. And if you put a weed outside and the world shuts down, that weed will grow through concrete. I have to read this, Carmen. Dairy is horrible if you look into it. Artificial insemination of the cattle, they take and kill the calf. So much trauma in that process. It is disgusting. It is an awful process. And kangaroos, Australia, like killing our kangaroos to eat and to sell other countries to make leather shoes and stuff like crazy stuff like that. And then culling kangaroos down in Australia, where it's just horrendous what is happening. But you're only guilty of it if you participate in it. And we all participate in animal cruelty to a point, because, I'm sure we all own a pair of leather shoes and everything like that. But you can really, really cut it down by really being careful about what you put in your mouth and thinking about it, because it's not good for you, firstly. And the less you do it, and the more of us that is doing less of it, then less animals that are going to be hurt, because the industry will shut down and the plant-based will go up. And don't even get me started in that. I don't think human beings should have to pay for plants. I think it should be available for every human being to eat. I think that, all the streets should be full of like fruit trees and stuff like that, so that when the kids walk to school, they can grab an apple. And I think, I think so many things like that, like, gardens full of like plants that you can just like eat, you know, nuts and stuff, like plant them around, you know, the local areas and stuff like that, and banana trees and whatever grows in the area, and food for people, herb gardens and stuff like that. It shouldn't be in the supermarkets where you got to pay like fucking $1.20 for a onion. Please, that's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And who owns a fucking onion? I mean, who owns an onion? It comes from the ground. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. But you know, the less you buy of those products, the more money you'll have, and the less animals you're hurting, and the better you're gonna look. It's win-win. You just gotta look at it differently, you know. You shouldn't be proud to sit at the table and say, I've got my big steak. It's an animal. That's like, you know, an animal that you've popped down in your mouth for 5 minutes. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. Anyway, Carmen, have a beautiful night, and thank you for talking to me. And Salvador, it's always good seeing you, and Richard, and everybody. I really appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much. My budgies are just Twitter. I'm going to get off now, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Good night, Carmen. Thanks for sharing me that, and I'll see you all soon. See you, Salvador and Richard. Bye for now. Oh, bye-bye.